Okay, today I'm gonna make the chicken, broccoli, and rice casserole that's in our lesson, the lesson 4. And so then you'll be able to see how to make this. And I'm gonna give you a few tips, but in the class I'll go over a few more details. So first of all, I'm gonna cut up the bell pepper. And I've already washed it, and it's all clean. And so I'm just gonna chop it up. And you just gotta take out the seeds. And I have a little bag here with trash in it. Then I just cut out this extra kind of white stuff. I try and get the smallest knife possible because I don't do well with big knives. And it says to cut the pieces to be about 1/2 inch thick. So whatever it is best for your family. If you need smaller, fine. If you want to do a little bit bigger, that's okay too. So, so I just cut like strips kind of like that. And then I'm gonna cut these in 3s here. I'm going to do the same with this other half. So they're about bite-sized pieces. And if you have little ones at home, you may want to do a little bit smaller. And you don't have to use bell peppers. You could use like tomato or whatever your favorite, your kid's favorite vegetable is. So we've got the bell pepper. Yeah, I have washed my hands, and so if your hands are clean, it's not necessary to use gloves unless you're in a restaurant setting. And then this is just frozen broccoli. It's kind of big, so these are big chunks, so I'm gonna just cut it up a little bit. So I'm just cutting these up in more bite-sized pieces. You cut up however you need, and you can also buy different broccoli that's smaller pieces. A lot of this food I did get from the food bank, and so a lot of these items are found in food distributions. So you'd be able to utilize them in this recipe. And it's a really simple one-pot recipe. I'm just going to put it all in a baggie. I'm going to wash off my cutting board to cut up the onion. And now we need to cut up the onion. Now you're all going to probably see me cry. So I just do, I cut it not all the way through, but 3/4 of the way through. And then I cut it the other way. It's best when you're chopping up stuff that they're all about the same size for to make sure that they all get done at the same amount. And I cut down this way, and it makes the littler pieces. So there's a bunch of little pieces there. Then I'm just putting these in a baggie, and then I'm going to get the oven turned on over here. Okay, now we're going to add, start cooking this. So I'm going to just put the tablespoon of oil. Let that heat up just a little bit. I have enough of the cut up chicken. This is chicken breast I cut up. So I have about 11 ounces here. And then I have, you can always do this, I'm gonna add this later. This is more chicken. It's chicken, this is where I'm supplementing, so I'll add that at the end. So I'm gonna add the chicken. And you're supposed to cook it through until it's no longer pink in the middle. And if it's not fully done, that's okay, because it's gonna be simmering for a while with the rice and all the vegetables. Okay, so I'm gonna add this other bit of chicken. I drained it. There was some water in it, so it's best if you drain it. Ooh, that's looking good. This is a real healthy snack for everyone, or snack dinner, and it covers most all the food groups too. So I'm going to add the bell pepper and the onion. Just saute that for a few minutes. I'm going to add the rice now. And so this is a cup of rice that I measured out, pre-measured. So I add that to it. And so now I'm going to add the soup and some water. And so that's what's going to cook the rice. It's equivalent to 2 cups. So I'm going to stir that up really good. And then we're just going to let this cook for about 15 minutes. So now it's going to simmer for about 20 minutes. And simmering means it's put on low. And that will get the rice, actually I'm going to simmer it for 15 minutes. Then we're going to add some broccoli the last 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to turn it to low. Okay. So this is really all the dirty dishes you'll have: a cutting board, a knife, some measuring spoons, and measuring cups. So it's a really simple meal to fix. Okay, now it's time to see what it looks like. Ooh, it looking good. So I'm just going to stir it up a little bit. And it still has another 5 minutes after I add the broccoli. So here's the broccoli we cut up. It called for 10 to 12 ounces. The frozen broccoli I found was 14 ounces, and it's perfectly okay to put more vegetables in it. And then if you want to use fresh, that's perfectly fine too. Or if you like it, if you like cauliflower, if you like any other vegetable that you prefer to put in, you can substitute that. So this was still a little bit frozen, so we'll probably let this cook about 7 or 8 minutes. We're looking for the rice to be fully cooked and not a lot of water sitting in there. And then obviously the broccoli's gonna put in a little bit more water, but it's okay to be a little watery, but not too much. And it did say use bell peppers. I used red because I wanted a little color in here. I thought the green would have been just a little bit not enticing enough. So I think the red gives a little bit of a pop. So now I'm just gonna add, I don't have a shaker, but just a little bit of salt. And some pepper. I'll stir that in. This is just a half a cup of cheese. It's not a whole lot, but it's just enough to give it a little. This is sharp cheddar cheese. Now I'm just gonna put the lid on this for a minute to see if it'll melt that up a little bit. So let's see. Oh, that's nice. It melted on there. And so shortly we got some staff getting, the kids going home, so the staff is gonna come in and sample this. So, okay, let's try this. Very tasty. This actually has every food group in it except for fruit, and you can do that as a side, your favorite fruit on the side.
That's good.
Say that louder, Hortensia. Say, good.
Good.
The whole pan made 4 servings, and that would be 360 calories. To me, that's big portions. I think you could make 6 servings out of this, and your calories would be a little bit less. I'm not sure. I'd have to do the math on that. But this would serve a family of 4 to 6, and you just need to supplement with a fruit on the side, and then the kids have a glass of milk, even though you do have a little dairy in here, but and then you should be good to go. Well, that's all we have for today, and thank you for joining us, and I hope if you make this dish, you enjoy it as much as we did. Thank you for being here. Bye.